Oh, it feels. I enjoyed the clapping coming back into this but I feel like it should have been more ceremonial because this is the first revamped episode of the Notoriously Nerdy show, which I'm not gonna lie, I thought I had buried it, kind of like they did in Step Brothers. But
Nice.
nonetheless, it's your boy Nick, the Oklahoma, back in the hot seat again. But this will be my show, and I couldn't necessarily just not do this show by myself because we all saw what a dumpster fire that was. So I added fuel to that fire, and I brought none other than Zaga himself, the man behind the curtain.
It's me. I'm back.
If you guys,
haven't been able to see, I should not have access to a soundboard.
No,
it really
not at
is
all.
Not a good time. That's what I knew. I'd confuse you with the applause. That's why I wanted a countdown.
I liked it though.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't it feel good? Like when you're, guys, we're back here for another show. Great news.
I mean, not only that though. I mean, just let's go down the timeline of this for the simple fact of when my show ended, I had not been making any episodes on my own in a while, and then you reached out to me to join the NFA pod with you and Ellie. Well, then we decided we were going to mature and grow up, and now it became a podcast within a podcast within a podcast, and then we became the NFA network. Well, then Zaga pitches the idea to me to bring from the ashes Notoriously Nerdy, because I feel like it was a great concept, but it just was not executed properly, and I didn't have a good team with me. And now
you didn't have a producer.
We didn't have a producer.
That was your biggest problem. Your biggest problem was you were producing yourself. And I feel like I provide the production quality that you need. I also put you in severe credit card debt. So
not just that. You're a good fluffer. You're a good fluffer.
Great at fluffing. Yeah.
If you guys haven't already picked up a couple of things, Zaga has spent his adult money and has bought a soundboard, which is going to get added sounds throughout the whole part of season 3, as well as I'm also starting to cripple in credit card debt due to Zaga. And as you can see, my video is a lot better. I have a better computer. My mic is still good at the moment, but we will be upgrading that at some point. But yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like the moment that this was presented to me that we wanted to revamp Notoriously Nerdy, I was completely ecstatic. Like I felt like a little kid on Christmas. I felt kind of reserved at first, but I slept on it. I don't even think I slept on it. I think it was within the hour. I was like, no, I'm sold. Like I'm here for. Like I want to do it.
Perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about the network that's great is that we're going to have so many different avenues and so many different audiences, different shows that are just going to be able to reach so many different platforms, so many different people out there. And Notoriously Nerdy was perfect because, we have fanboys, but fanboys, we talk about everything. It's a little more unstructured and chaos.
ADHD driven.
It is purely ADHD driven, but I feel like with this show, because obviously I'm not the host. I'm here just to support. Maybe next time you have Chris. Maybe next time you have Copper. Maybe you have somebody else that you just get as a guest.
Yeah,
that can talk nerdy with you. It doesn't have to be. If I'm here, I'm probably just gonna be in the background next time anyway.
Yeah, and you just do little chime-ins.
Yeah, I'll be that quiet guy in the back that's like. Yes, Howard. That's accurate.
So you're Jamie off the Joe Rogan show.
Yeah. I'm just hiding in the background.
That's fair.
I'm like the other participants of the Impulsive. They have no real purpose. Nobody watches it for them. Let's be real.
Yeah. But like Zaga was saying, the idea to revamp the whole Notoriously Nerdy was the fact that I could circle this mainly around Marvel, Star Wars, DC, Lord of the Rings, like what have you. It's not necessarily just fan based. because I understand that we do touch on it on Fanboys, but this is more centralized. And in saying that, and this is pre-recorded, by the way, and so this is a partial. Let's see. This will be released in January ish.
Yeah.
So
The second week of January would be my guess.
So we're going to be 2 to 3 months of a review of this, but it's not necessarily a full-on review, but it does dabble in it, and that's I want to talk about what happened with the Marvels. As much as everyone bashed it, and they still hate Brie Larson for some reason.
They better leave my girl alone, man.
See,
Well, listen,
I mean,
I've been hitting the squat rack. You can see she's been trying to put that booty on that, and I love her. I love Brie Larson. She's she's on the hall pass list. I'm allowed to. It's okay. And her acting abilities, you know, they might not be the best, but you know what? It's a Disney movie. Let's be real, guys.
And well, I mean, you and I know pretty well that a lot of people hate the fact that there is more focus on women superheroes or women leads inside like the Marvel realm, which I don't know what everyone was thinking. The people that are pissed off about this, why they think that it has to be completely centralized around the male population. Because if you've read the comics, you've watched the shows, you've seen the toys, you know that this is a complete diverse universe.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. I mean, the other thing too is that I actually talked to Angelo, my old co-host from the old show, about that, and this is one of the very few times that I actually got him to admit he was wrong, and then for him to take it back. And because he said the same thing. He's like, "What? It's the agenda. They're just trying to push the females out there." And I'm like, "Dude," I was like, "Listen, you got a little girl. When you go to Spirit Halloween." And you try to look for a costume, what is it? It's all princesses and damsels in distress. Wouldn't you want a strong, empowering woman to be a focus in your child's life? And he was like, damn, I didn't even think about that. And I was like, there you go. And see, that's what I feel like we need to do as Americans, as a society.
As a nerd society, push for more. Not. Ooh,
I can't get behind the whole Miss Marvel show though. So that was just terrible. So I do want to point this out. I'm not going to play the agenda thing. I thought it was terrible. I watched, no joke, one episode, and I was like, I'm never watching this again.
I think that you should have powered through it. If you pushed through Secret Invasion.
That's the key word. I did not push through Secret Invasion. I watched 2 episodes of that, and I was like, we're done with this. This is such a letdown.
You didn't watch She-Hulk either.
I did I liked She-Hulk. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed Hawkeye. I enjoyed that one too. But
She-Hulk, but that you can't necessarily say that Hawkeye was a woman-based show. Yes, you had Kate Bishop,
Haley Steinfeld. She was doing great, and then you got
she is, but that was focused on around Clint Barton, like that.
Then you got my girl Yelena in there. Yo, just give me Marvel, Disney. Just get me a Yelena like TV series. I would watch so much of that.
A special, at least. A special at minimum. A special. I mean, she'll be in Thunderbolts.
Yeah, when we're like almost 40.
Okay, I didn't need you to say. You could have just said in the next few years, and I would have been fine with that. But you had to hit like.
I'm hurting feelings. Today. We're old.
Golly. Anyways, the Marvels did better in theaters than what a lot of people were anticipating. And I will be the first to say, I was not going to go watch it in theaters. I wasn't. I was going to wait for it to hit Disney Plus. I wasn't ecstatic about it. This is one of the first Marvel movies that I did not pre-order a ticket for. But I did go see it opening weekend. I did, but I didn't buy it in advance. I did take myself at a 9 a.m. showing, which I didn't even know they showed movies at 9 a.m., by the way.
That's a little bit excessive.
That's
for the long.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Finish the statement. No.
Showtime is for the lonely people.
Look, man, there were kids in there with their grandparents. Oh, that's worse.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you didn't. Wait. I got the perfect sound for this. Oh. Yeah, 9 a.m. showings are now for the popular.
Look, okay, first off, it was
I went to a matinee. I went to a 2:00 showing.
okay. It was a Saturday, and I wanted to have the majority of my day, and I saw that there was a 9 a.m. showing. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch it on opening day, so there's potential for spoilers, which I did get hit with spoilers prior to. This is the first Marvel film in a while I got hit with spoilers, which the spoilers they were worth it. I'm not mad about it.
I mean, we can talk about it now. I mean, what was that? Was it the Beast?
Yeah, that's what caught me off guard. Was not anticipating to see the X-Men,
right?
Yeah,
I was actually very surprised with that myself.
Kelsey Grammer.
I know, little Kelsey Grammer action.
He even said that he wants to. He's pretty sure that we'll see him in future projects, and he said that he would love to because he loved playing that role.
He's gonna be in Deadpool. Everybody's gonna be in Deadpool. Taylor Swift's gonna be in Deadpool too.
Don't you dare put no. Keep her the no.
Oh, yo, could you imagine hold up? Hear me out, right? Hear me out. You got Deadpool, and he's with Wolverine, and he's trying to convince Wolverine to do something, and Wolverine says something like, "Well, you did this," and then Taylor Swift, he just pulls Taylor Swift out of the rubble. And then they start performing Shake It Off. Just for give me a 30-second scene. They just perform Shake It Off. Just as a joke. And then Logan's just standing there with the fucking cigar in his mouth. Like, what the fuck was that?
I say this with all due respect. And I mean all due respect. I fucking hate you for that.
Because you know you'd love it.
I do not want to see Taylor Swift as Dazzler. No.
Love it.
There was rumors that she was going to play Lady Deadpool, and I hope to God she doesn't.
Yeah, no, she don't got the body for it. Listen, I love me some Taylor.
No.
Big Travis Kelce fan. You know, you're a big fan of the red and black also, so I'm just saying it's I feel like they deserved a part in the movie. I mean,
no.
They were the celebrity gossip of the year.
No.
2023. It was the biggest story of the year. Ricky.
No. How about no? How about Scotty Don't?
Jesus Christ.
But yeah. As you're saying.
Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, that's a whole other topic. No, the whole X-Men's like cameo, which I was not anticipating any X-Men cameo, like OG X-Men, let me rephrase, to enter the MCU until potentially Deadpool 3 due to Wolverine. Seeing Beast, there was, and they did the comic accurate version too with the glasses, the lab coat, like the X-Men. Was it like 97?
Yeah, the X-Men. The one from 1997.
Yeah,
I'm not going to refer to it as X-Men 97 because then that makes me feel really old.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Nope.
But okay, we'll just call it the OG X-Men animated series.
OG X-Men, right?
Yeah, there we go. That makes me feel better. But they released comic accurate, which was nice, and they did bring back. They didn't try to recast Beast. They brought back the guy who we got to see. But what caught me off guard was, I don't know if you know, I guess Monica Rambeau's mom. She's not Captain Marvel, but she's a different hero, and I don't remember what the superhero's name is. But I did notice that she had both the Bengals in their universe.
Yeah, so her name wasn't like it wasn't Monica, right? What was it? It
was there's Monica Rambeau,
Rambeau mom, mother of Monica Rambeau. I can't remember because she was a Captain Marvel variant.
She was, and we can touch on that after you figure that. There's a theory going around.
Maria Rambeau.
Yeah, Monica and Marie Rambeau, not Maria.
Yeah, I don't know. Maria. I don't know what version. Superhero name. That's what I gotta look for. Superhero name. Can't type. All right. No, she Captain Marvel, bro.
Captain Marvel.
Photon.
No, that's Monica.
Before Monica was Pulsar. Pulsar.
There you go. Pulsar.
And then she went by Spectrum.
I don't know.
Spectrum Marvel. Let's see if that.
I think Spectrum is actually the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, she was Spectrum because this was her suit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see it on my phone, but yeah, her suit was the white suit, right?
She was with the red, and it had like the two like star symbols on there for Spectrum.
Yep, she was Spectrum.
Yep. And she has both the Bengals in there, so I'm curious to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I mean, but
there's
we're still waiting on answers from fucking Doctor Strange. You haven't
oh
got a
yeah, well,
single
Mordo.
scene.
Yeah, no,
We got no
so,
answers from fucking the Thunderbolts. Remember we found out
wait from the
Agent-
Thunderbolts.
yeah, remember what was it? Peggy
Thunderbolt hasn't
Carter's
been
daughter?
released.
No. Remember from fucking,
Oh,
Captain America.
yeah, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
And where's White Vision? It has been 2 years.
So
3 years. Where's White Vision?
I don't know if they scrapped that idea because they're supposed to come out with a short called Vision Quest.
Supposedly.
I don't know if that's been scrapped or not though.
Make up your mind, Marvel. This is bullshit. It's unacceptable.
But after watching the Marvels, there were in a couple of the forums and a couple of places on Twitter and in one of the Discords I'm in. Did you know that there's a rumor going around that Carol Danvers is an anomaly? She is not supposed to be. I mean, technically, she wasn't supposed to become Captain Marvel. Maria,
Yes,
what?
Maria, yeah.
Yeah, and so they think that she could be considered a. I don't know if that would be considered a Nexus event, like how we saw in Loki. There were Nexus events, and how it altered like the timeline and everything, which that would alter the timeline.
They would have just pruned her though, wouldn't they?
Unless the TVA was already destroyed at that point, and now they're just trying to save branches and not prune.
Nah, because she was part of Infinity War and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she was part of Endgame before they did the timeline thing. So the timeline would have been broken off before then. And we know that the TVA was still active. Yes, we know the TVA was still around because they were the ones that grabbed Loki from 2012 Loki when we went back in time, which means
from the very first
1993, Miss Carol Danvers was already around and the TVA was still operating within
He Who Remains.
Time. Yep.
With the sacred timeline. Okay.
She was not a timeline variant. Debunked.
Well, but she's a cosmic entity, so like I don't know if they deal with cosmic entity. Well, no, Loki is a god.
That's what I'm saying. They had all the Infinity Stones. They had so many Infinity Stones. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Those are cosmic.
They had no powers there.
They were cosmic entities. That's what I'm saying. I don't think she's definitely not some branch timeline. She's not. I don't know.
She is an anomaly. What happened was not supposed to happen to her. It was supposed to happen to. Well, at least hypothetically,
in this timeline.
In this timeline, it's a theory. So, what's going to lead up to it is like when the incursions the incursions that are going to happen, which I think will take place probably. I want to say they're saying during Deadpool 3 and Doctor Strange 3, which we all have gathered pretty much that during Deadpool 3 that's when everything's going to start collapsing.
Oh,
because he's going to. It's you've probably read the comic, or at least heard of it. How Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
I have it.
Oh, you have it?
I own it. Yes.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
Yes, and I've read it. I've read every fucking page of that. It is one of my favorite collections. Because there's a part 2 also.
Oh,
which means he goes back and kills anybody he forgot. But I feel like Deadpool 3 is going to be him and Wolverine killing everybody in the Marvel Universe, which I feel like it's just going to be all the
Fox,
all the Fox series, all the shows that they're going to cancel. If Jonathan Majors does get canceled, they're probably going to kill him.
Well, and here's the thing: this is pre-recorded for January, so we actually don't know. By the time this episode airs, there will be news of what happened with Jonathan Majors, and we'll either cover that on Fanboys or we'll cover it on this, because his trial is coming up fairly soon, and I want to save the whole Jonathan Majors things for another episode because I'm Team Majors. I'm Team Majors. I don't think the man did it. I'll go on record. I don't think that he did it. There's no evidence of that he did it. And the woman fled the country.
Here's my thought process, right? We known for years R. Kelly been touching people. For years. He peed on a girl.
Facts.
He peed on a small child. He married Aaliyah when she was 13. and we still bumped Ignition in the club. Michael Jackson, I don't know if he touched them kids. I know he was acquitted, but there was lots of cases. But we still listen to Billie Jean and Thriller on Halloween. All I'm saying, just even if he, it just so happened that he might have been found a little guilty. Maybe he didn't punch her in the face. Maybe he just gave her a little smack, right? I'm not for domestic violence. I don't want to. I'm not for this.
Easy there, Matt Rife.
I'm just saying. Yeah, cancel that. Cancel him. He's too pretty to be in comedy. I'm just saying, though, we make exceptions time and time again throughout history. He plays a good part. I'm not saying he should be an Academy Award winner. I'm just saying, just let me get my conclusion to my story. Right, that's all I'm asking for.
And just two other instances to add into that real quick. I'm gonna
still eating pie?
Yeah, pumpkin to be exact.
You couldn't just not eat pumpkin on the show?
It was looking at me, and I'm not gonna American Pie it, but
you did pick a pumpkin pie to fuck you, pie fucker.
Pickle fucker. My two instances, though, before we got pie sidetracked, is this man is still on tour. He's still getting people going fucking crazy over him. Chris Brown, there is hardcore evidence this man beat the fuck out of Rihanna. And women and people, I'm only saying women because they still love him, are still going to his concert, still like drooling over him. He beat the fuck out of her. He beat the fuck out of Riri. And nobody wants to cancel him.
Busted her eye open.
Yeah.
Busted her lip.
And he's still doing concerts. He's being featured on stuff.
Tory Lane's in jail, not Chris Brown.
No. But the reason I am telling everyone to hold their horses on this whole Jonathan Majors ordeal is because we did watch one phenomenal actor's career almost get shot down into the toilet. And that was Johnny Depp.
Oh, yeah.
And what came about that case? I wonder. Oh, that's right. Say again.
Poo pillows.
Poo pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Amber Turd was found the guilty one of all of this. She is now broke, having to pay back all the defamation.
She don't live in the country no more.
Nope, she doesn't.
She got ran out the country.
And she's pissed off at Jason Momoa for the shit that he did on set after the whole trial thing, which I believe she fully clearly deserves.
He showed up on set dressed like just like Jack Sparrow.
Yep, I would have.
It's so savage.
And before we move on, I just want to say, I was on a dating app and there was this thing. It said this girl had a prompt, and it said the topic was change my mind about, and it said Amber Heard with a heart. And I said, for the fact that you want me to change your mind that Amber Heard is a good person, shows me what kind of person that you would be. And for that, I am out.
I mean, don't get it twisted. I think Johnny Depp was like a saint.
No.
Johnny was not a saint in any slightest bit there. He was a degenerate.
Did he gaslight a lot? Yeah.
Oh, 100% gaslit, but she was equally as crazy. But for her to say that I was a victim of domestic abuse, that's gaslighting.
You cut off the tip of his thumb.
From a gaslighter. Vouch.
I mean,
it's gaslighting.
Let's be honest. We have all gaslit in our life, but that's neither here nor there.
No. So there is one thing. I know this is Notoriously Nerdy and this is your show, but I want to bring up something because I watched wrestling last night, and this was not a part of the agenda. And this is we're a month and a half away from this coming out, or from this news already happening. But CM Punk is back in the wrestling, and I'm loving every second of it.
And nobody knew about it.
Nobody knew about it until the last 2 minutes of the show when Triple H took over, apparently. Mm-hmm. And people are really starting to think that Seth Rollins freaking out at the end there was real.
I think it's real.
He was flipping him off. Rhea Ripley flipped him off. Randy Orton was just doing this.
Wrap it up.
So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I haven't tracked wrestling in I don't know how long, and
I love wrestling so much. I'm
And
so
then
into it now.
I saw that CM Punk was back, and I saw the footage of Seth Rollins flipping him off and stuff like that. Like, it was a big thing, like when Randy Orton returned, and then like right at the end, like CM Punk comes out, and like everybody lost their shit. Like TikTok is blown up with all of this, and I'm excited to see. And like Triple H,
it's been 10 years since he's been on
Triple H
WWE.
went on record. He went on. He's like, people change. He's like, people change over the years. He said,
he changed. We changed as a company. We're not the same company anymore. And I'm like, that's a bold statement. So, and Drew McIntyre walked out of the arena.
That's what I heard.
So there might be a change up in roster. You might see AEW get a big pop. I don't know, man. Just bring back The Rock. That's all I want.
Nah, he's too busy burning down Hawaii.
Well, that's okay. This is not down the rabbit hole. So, all right. So, continue.
Anyways,
what's next on the agenda here? This is your show. I'm
right.
just here. I'm going to make you wish that you were just back to being a solo show.
No, I like having the whole banter because for the fact of when I did it by myself, it was just talking to a wall. Like, it's no fun. Like, here I have, like, I can bounce ideas off of. But what I was getting at is, like, if the whole Jonathan Majors thing, if they follow suit to what they were wanting to do when they announced it before the whole Jonathan Majors went about, was they'll do this whole thing that leads up to whole Secret Wars, which when they announced the whole Secret Wars, we all lost our shit. Now, granted, Secret Wars is now being pushed back to the point where we're about to be 45 and 50 years old.
Yep.
Unfortunately. And I'll still wait, and I'll still punch a teenager for a good seat. I do not.
I got grown up money. I'm getting them seats before your mama even's awake.
Yeah, I will punch you, and that's fine. I will skin a 9-year-old for a ticket.
Yeah, no, that's legitimate. I will. I forgot what movie it was, but I forget what movie it was. Like, when this comes out, I'll kick a kid in the face. Get out of my way. Oh, the Mario movie, which I didn't actually see until like last week.
So good.
It's so good. The animation is so perfect.
I'm ready to see them do the whole
give him the Mario voice, and now I get it. Now I get why they didn't give him the Mario voice.
He did better.
It was perfect. It was even better than I could ever dream of.
But so I have theories on what is, if they do keep Jonathan Majors, which I applaud Marvel for doing it, where they're not going on record and nixing Jonathan Majors out as Kang, for the simple fact of they saw what happened with Johnny Depp, and they saw the shitter that Pirates of the Caribbean took after his departure.
Not just that, Warner Brothers too got hit.
Yeah, and so
that Fantastic Beast bombed when they found out that they fired Johnny Depp.
Right. Yeah, I know they tried to do like a double or like a stand-in for like a younger version or older version of him, and it just didn't work.
Nope. Well, I've never watched a single Fantastic Beast. So.
This is all. I only read what was going on, so I don't know precisely. I just know that it's like a prequel to Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I mean, I got Harry Potter tattoos and shit, and I could not get behind Fantastic Beasts. Bored the shit out of me.
But what the buzz going around now is, if we can finish out the multiverse saga with Kang, cool. Because it still sets up Secret Wars. We can do the whole Kang dynasty. I would like to see more Kang for the simple fact that that's a very big bad of the Marvel universe. You can't really necessarily just kill him off as easy as they have so far. But given legal reasons, you kind of have to do what you have to do, and I understand that. But if by chance this is Plan B, not the pill, but the operation. If Jonathan Majors is found guilty of what happens, Marvel drops him, we can still move on to Secret Wars. Secret Wars is still not the slate. Now, you would have to adjust the Kang Dynasty, which was the Avengers prior to.
Yeah, at that point, just make it Secret Wars Part 1, Secret Wars Part 2.
You could do that. Or you do Avengers instead of Kang Dynasty. You do Avengers versus X-Men.
Ooh.
And then what happens is that movie, nobody wins out of that. By the end of that movie, is when the incursion starts, and that's when the Beyonder becomes present, and he pulls the Avengers and the X-Men from 616, and I don't know the universe that the X-Men will be set in just yet. It hasn't been stated just yet, but you move them into Battle World, and to move away from Kang, you bring in Doctor Doom.
Oh yeah.
And there's two people running right now for Doctor Doom. One is John Hamm, which I would have rather seen him as Mr. Sinister from X-Men.
Yeah, he would have been a good Mr. Sinister.
And then the other one is the one that you and I have agreed on who should play Doctor Doom.
Who do we agree on?
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy would be a perfect one.
Perfect Doctor Doom. And Cillian Murphy did say, he said, if the role is right and the situation is right, that he would do it. So I feel like that trigger is waiting to be pulled until after the whole Jonathan Majors trial. And if they do it, we can move about. The way I could see it like going down is before Kang perished off the universe or whatever, however they want to play it out, he got in touch with Victor Von Doom. They networked and everything, and Victor has been behind the scenes setting up this whole like takeover like thing, and has or they can even do like a Cillian Murphy. I'm just saying Cillian Murphy because that's who I would rather see as Doctor Doom. Make Cillian Murphy like in the Secret Wars comic. Make him God Doom, because God Doom was a badass motherfucker.
I don't even know who God Doom is.
From this Secret Wars right here is the one that they are supposedly basing Secret Wars live action off of. And you've not fucking read this?
No. Fun fact, actually, majority of my comics that I own, I have not read. And I got some good ones. So, yeah. It's unfortunate, but
okay, I'm just going to break down. I'm not going to open this. I'm going to break down God Doom has zero chill. He has created this world where like there's different like how do I put it, providences or countries in this world that he is. Do what?
Districts.
I like the districts. Hunger Games. We'll go Hunger Games. And there is different characters from different world, like from what we say are different worlds, and living in these districts. And like you have the army of Asgard is at Victor Von Doom's right hand, like they serve him. And then when the incursions happen, how the incursions happen is that 616 world has intercepted into what God Doom has created. And he knows Reed Richards. He knows him very fucking well. I mean, Fantastic Four, you mean you put two and two together, they know each other. Long story short, Thanos was still alive from a different universe in this comic. Thanos decides that he has got some balls and tries to go toe-to-toe with God Doom. And as graphically as possible, God Doom, without hesitation, reaches into his stomach, grabs his spine, and rips it out.
I don't know if they'll go R. Maybe they will go R-rated. Maybe they'll, because that would be cool to see. Disney pull something like that off.
Well, okay, because Thanos is already the what is it? The Eternal Thanos or the King Thanos, the one that's at the theme parks. They have a Thanos that has survived, and a lot of people are saying that it's quote unquote canon, but I don't know how true that can be. But they're saying like with a different universe, you can bring another Thanos in, and you could play that scene out.
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I just really hope they don't let us down with some of these other movies that are coming out. And, like there's been too many letdowns, and my little nerdy heart can't take it anymore.
Yeah, like to break away just from the Marvels and Secret Wars, like this year, because this is pre-recorded. So this year we only get one movie, which is and it's Deadpool 3. Perfectly fine with that.
I can live with that, right? But like, develop the buzz and just drop 1 or 2 movies a year. Don't drop so many TV shows. Make it a big hype that this is even happening, and listen to the fan base. That's the one thing Marvel doesn't do. They don't listen to the fan base ever.
Mm. Before I touch on that, I think here's my thing. I think that what Marvel should do: release 2 shows, 2 movies a year. That's it, 2 and 2.
Yeah,
I feel like
it
that's
takes a while to get the stuff out, but I mean, fuck.
release one in the first part of the year, around January, February, and then the next one, we'll say September, October-ish, and finish out the year strong, and then repeat. But Pedro Pascal, which, by the way, this is, again, pre-recorded. We still have no update on who is going to be our Mr. Fantastic. But his theory is the reason why Marvel, he thinks that Marvel is failing is the fact of how deep their pockets actually are. So instead of putting that money toward visual effects and other things that they need to do with the studio, they're too busy trying to hire these big name actors, which is a double-edged sword. You do need some big name actors for these big roles that you are trying to bring to live action.
To an extent, though, but think about this. Was Chris Evans a big name actor when he got into it?
I'd say he was at least B list.
Not Another Teen Movie was the only thing that you could think of when he came out with it. When you got the Scarlet Witch, what was she really in? She was an Olsen twin that we didn't know about.
Yeah, she was the Olsen twin that nobody.
And then you got Tom Holland, right? Tom Holland, what has he done really? You know what I'm saying? Tom Holland did, the impossible. He was like just the kid. Like he wasn't like the guy.
Yeah, I had no idea who Tom Holland was when they announced that he was the 3rd reboot of Spider-Man.
I'm saying Chadwick Boseman, Boseman was, he was a great actor, but nobody took him to be like an action movie guy. Like he did, 42 and he did other stuff. Like, I don't know. I look back at like Chris Hemsworth. What was he in? Chris Hemsworth wasn't in anything before Thor. So you gave a lot of actors their avenue, and then you're trying to bank on the wrong things. Robert Downey Jr. was a big name, but for the wrong reasons when that movie came out. He was not a household name yet. He was not Iron Man.
No, he was still recovering, wasn't he?
He was toward like this was
the
his
end of it
type thing. You know what I'm saying? Scarlett Johansson, she was in a few teen movies. Like, it wasn't anything big.
One of the things, the big one that we can all both agree on is Samuel L. Jackson, just for the fact of we knew his movie career, and he played Nick Fury.
That was a big name, and he was just very minimal parts. You don't need him for everything, right?
Right.
So like that's the thing that I look at, right? Like, yeah, you got Miss Marvel. Brie Larson was not a real big name before she became Captain Marvel, so I appreciated that. But that's still that phase 2 or 3 or phase 2, I think it was when she came in, or was the end of phase 1 or whatever the hell it was. Or
well,
no,
if you go in timeline order,
phase 4, phase 5. What are we in?
I think we're entering phase 5.
Yeah, so she was phase 3, or the end of phase 2, or something like that. But you look at a lot of these actors that been in Marvel, and you look at their acting before that, and like they were in like nothing serious, nothing new. But now you're trying to get Harry Styles, now you're trying to get Jon Snow, now you're trying to get, like you're going above and beyond to way bigger names. And like even She-Hulk, right? Like I've never seen this actress before this, and I loved her. I thought she was great.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, you're getting Haley Steinfeld. That's a fucking big payday. Yelena Belova, she was in Midsummer. Midsummer was a great movie.
What was Haley Stein? Well, hold on. What was Haley Steinfeld in?
Oh no, she was just a number 1, pop artist.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I don't remember her in anything.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, like, you get Harry Styles, never acted, but you got him for Eternals. So I don't know. I feel like it's the same. DC's been going through that too. But like, for real, like you look at Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got Bautista, just still a wrestler at the time, not a real actor yet. You got Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana did not do a lot of big movies yet at that time. Not huge ones.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
not huge ones. Oh no, maybe because she was an Avatar, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she was an Avatar, but she was already an Avatar. But yeah, so Zoe Saldana, what's his name? Chris Pratt was only in Parks and Rec. So
then you got Vin Diesel, who was the Fast
He was just a
franchise.
voice. He was just he was just a voice. And
Same
then,
thing with Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, but then
Just a voice.
But I don't know. But that, I mean, they definitely got underpaid for those roles, right? Like for how big their characters became, they got underpaid for those roles.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe I think
not Vin Diesel. Maybe not Vin Diesel, but Bradley Cooper probably got underpaid.
Yeah, but I think they got made up for it like down the road. But the thing is, like some of these actors will go into and actresses will go into this and they know, like, okay, this is what I'm about to get paid. But they're that passionate about the role, like they wanted to play like this person, or like they love the.
Look at fucking Killmonger.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan wasn't like a no name when fucking Killmonger came around.
Fuck no, he killed that role though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I feel like they need to go back to this, hiring some no names and just getting these. Like, remember when Iron Man 2 came out and they were like, "Oh my god, Ben Kingsley!" Like that was a big name to have on the. Or was that Iron Man 2 or was that 3? That was the 10 Rings.
Oh, with that
was 3, Iron Man 3.
Yeah, because I had the guy with the whiplash.
Yes, but the fact that Ben Kingsley was around, we were like, "Oh my god!" And like he ended up being nothing, and it was just to develop the buzz. That's all you need it for. You don't need craziness. I don't need no fucking Brad Pitt.
No,
I don't hire Will Smith. That's overpriced. Don't hire The Rock. He's overpriced.
I think like after The Rock bombed in DC, he pitched. He's like, "Yeah, Marvel and Kevin, we've been talking. No, the fuck y'all haven't."
He's been. The problem with The Rock was that like he hyped that movie to be so goddamn good and what it was gonna be and all these things, and you overtalked it.
Yeah, and then he made changes behind like people's backs, and he fucked Shazam and everything up. And now look what happened.
I know. I love Shazam too. I thoroughly enjoyed Shazam.
I liked the first one.
I didn't mind the second one.
Second one, I turned it off.
Fury of the Gods, it wasn't that bad.
I turned it off.
Yeah. I turned off fucking Justice League, Batman versus Superman.
I watched the Snyder cut of the Justice League. Worst 6 hours of my life.
Birds of Prey, terrible.
Yeah,
I legitimately hate DC. Like, and I have Joker #1 on my wall here, and it hides in the back because I don't care about it. I hate DC. I hate it.
There is one good saving grace of DC right now. That's Peacemaker.
Oh yeah, Peacemaker was phenomenal. Peacemaker was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, and James Gunn, like I said, I can't. I'm with Zaga on this one. I don't back DC with hardly anything. I have faith in James Gunn though. I feel like he and what the fuck's his name? The other guy. No one really knows who the other guy is, but I feel like they're gonna do better than the original, and it's the reboot that DC has been needing for a very, very, very long time. Because they just they just released the cast for the Superman Legacy movie. Seems like a pretty solid cast. Not gonna lie. Now,
you know what
who knows?
DC needs to do this, and the problem with DC is they're trying to keep engaged with the young crowd. They want to be part of the kids, but that's not the MO of DC. DC has always been a darker comic book. It's always been. You
gritty.
Need to be PG-13 R-rated so that way, like, you get that gore, you get that kind of horror element. Because the reason why the Dark Knight series did so well, even among the young people, is because you kept it real, you kept it dark, you kept it serious. Kids were still watching it, adults were loving it, and that's
I still watch it to this day.
That's what I'm saying. Like I hate DC, and I enjoyed that so goddamn much. And that's the problem is like you want Peacemaker. Perfect. That's what we wanted. That R-rated raunchiness, that seriousness. Now it doesn't have to be dick jokes and fucking shit and ass bitch con. It just, but you got to have realness to it. Mm-hmm. Marvel's not real in the slightest sense. It's not. It's not even remotely close. We know what we're getting. We're getting cartoony. It's like when I watch WWE, right? Like I know what I'm getting. I'm not surprised that the people aren't fucking really bleeding or really fucking hurt. That's the way Marvel is. DC, you got to keep us in suspicion. You can kill off Batman at any point in time, and we would be shocked. We would believe it.
Speaking of younger crowd, and all that.
Nick's new girlfriend.
Wow. That's a hard no. Yeah, go ahead and hit that. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah. Yeah.
Christ.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I've been hitting this pen quite a bit throughout this entire show.
Anyways, what? God,
you can't even say anything right now.
No, the whole how you said DC is trying to pertain to the younger crowd and stuff like that, and that inadvertently is bringing me back to the Marvels, which I'm glad it wasn't a post-credit scene. But the fact that we got to see our girl Kate Bishop back for the first time in fucking ever,
right?
And
for the Young Avengers,
yeah, Kamala Khan pretty much pulling a Nick Fury, and the Young Avengers initiative, which I absolutely love, and I loved the little shout out to Ant-Man's daughter, because she's like, "Did you know Ant-Man had a daughter?"
Yeah.
And I love that because it's setting.
What's her name? Cassie?
Yes, Cassie Lang.
Cassie Lang.
Which I don't know if you've already seen it. This show, I think, comes out next year or this year, 2024. There's been set photos leaked from Agatha.
Yes. Saw my girl.
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza. I still can do it.
What he's trying to say is Aubrey Plaza.
That one.
Yeah.
That one.
And so they've released some set photos, and it has John Locke, who is taking on the role of Wiccan, who was Scarlet Witch's son, or Wanda's son, from WandaVision. And so if you've not already started connecting the dots, we actually thought a long time ago, because of that, they were going to do the whole Young Avengers thing. Well, that got nixed. Through the grapevine, everyone was like, no, it's not going to happen. Even more, I think Marvel Studios said that we're not moving forward with the Young Avengers, yada, yada. Well, I think that they're seeing this now as a saving grace, because now you have Wiccan, you have Scar, who is Hulk's son, and then you're going to have
Yelena.
Yelena will not be part of the Young Avengers.
Oh, yeah, she's not young enough. Cassie, Falcon, Haley Steinfeld,
Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Wiccan, Scar.
And then you'll have, if there's Wiccan,
you'll have Ironheart.
Ironheart. Who's the other son? Who's the other?
6.
The other son for Wanda. He had powers too.
There was Wiccan and
Billy and something. Yeah. Can't remember the names.
I can't either.
And then you could, at that point, you can do like you did with Tom Holland and introduce fucking
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales at some point later on.
Which, I mean, Miles Morales was a big key part in Secret Wars as well. So, and that by that point, we should have what is it? Beyond the Spider-Verse, which I think is going to touch on bringing it to live action, which I'm hoping for.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's the hold up here. They're probably going to do like a breakthrough to like real reality, and we're gonna see Miles Morales.
That's what I'm hoping on. But no, you actually made a good point. They've only shown Wiccan in the set photos. They haven't brought any attention to the other sons, so I don't know if like.
You want to hear my theory?
Let me hear it.
My theory with Agatha, I think the fact that you're showing Wiccan shows that there is a family tree. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this. I really hope that this would somehow introduce House of X, which that's how you introduce Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you introduce the X-Men properly.
Okay.
That's how you introduce everything to do what you needed to do. Because how are you going to throw Secret Wars and just throw the X-Men in there? You got to have a TV series to really tie it all together. Agatha season 2 is House of X.
I'm not going to say it would be House of X. Could it open the door for House of X? Yes. But I don't think that it'll be, because House of X, you would have to have Scarlet Witch, and they have not gone forward. They've already said that, quote unquote, at least in the 616 universe, and I still don't believe it, that the Scarlet Witch died at the end of Multiverse of Madness, which was a bullshit way to fucking kill her. I don't care what anyone fucking says. That was a bullshit, pussy ass way to fucking do it. She's too big of an actress. She plays too big of a role in the Marvel universe. And we all can agree that we all need to hear at least once before you kill her from the House of X, no more mutants, and she just fucking annihilates.
I know.
Need to fucking
maybe
hear
it's
that.
an alternate universe thing. Could be it could be a different universe that we get House of X. But that's the thing with Marvel right now. They can do whatever they want to do. They can
With the
do
multiverse, yeah,
anything, and it's
Well,
okay.
And that's my thing is like
I can't wait for What If. What If's gonna be great.
But the Wanda that we saw that got dreamwalked, she's still alive, so she knows that the Scarlet Witch exists.
But she doesn't have powers.
She did have powers.
That one? No, she didn't. Oh, well, no, maybe. I don't know.
No, she had
I don't
powers.
think she had natural power. Oh no, yeah, because she used her body.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. Yeah, it makes sense.
So I think that's going to be the way to bring back the darker or another Scarlet Witch, and I could be wrong. So, but we are rolling up. What is it?
It's about an hour.
About an hour.
Almost 50 minutes.
Yeah. I think that's going to be good for a good comeback episode of the Notoriously Nerdy.
Yeah. Bring back the nerdiness to it. Maybe next time we talk I want to talk about some Harry Potter. The next time I'm here.
I need to brush up on my Potterology then, because
we'll be recording it around Christmas, and you know what? Harry Potter's a Christmas movie. Maybe Fanboys. No, Fanboys. We're going to talk about the best nerdy Christmas movies. I like it.
Iron Man's in there.
Yes, it is. But if Die Hard doesn't make your list, that's it. Fired.
But I appreciate you guys tuning in to the show, the wait, and dealing with all of our tomfoolery. But I've enjoyed doing this. I can't wait to do more episodes for them, Notoriously Nerdy, and brainstorm with Zaga and the rest of the NFA network crew to get all the other shows, this show, everything up and running even better than we did in season 2. So thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, I'm Nick the Oklahoma.
You're just not going to say goodbye? Like, I was just waiting for you to say goodbye. You said, I'm Nick the Oklahoma, and then you never finished the sentence.
Okay, so crop that out.
Oh, no, this is staying 100%.
Oh, okay. Anyway, okay. So it's a live redo.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm Nick the Oklahoma. Thank you guys for tuning back into the Notoriously Nerdy Podcast from the NFA Network.
Yeah.
If Zaga goes missing, everyone knows why.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yes, thank you all for tuning in, hanging out with us. Take a look out for the other shows. If you guys enjoyed listening to us talk, listening to Nick talk, listening to me with my ridiculousness. Now we're different every which way we go. So check out Down the Rabbit Hole. Check out Higher Expectations, Copper's Corner, Hey Zaga, Fanboys. It's spoopy. I hate it here. And
I've lost count of how many fucking shows we have under. It's a smorgasbord of podcasts.
It's a charcuterie board.
It's a podcooterie board.
Podcooterie.
Podcooterie.
It's a podcooterie.
God, that's a good one.
I might just steal that name now. We should just change the name. Fuck NFA. It's podcooterie.
When we put all of us together, it's the podcooterie.
Ah. Oh, he fumbled. No, Keenan Allen. Oh, fantasy football. Bye, y'all. I'm going to be sad now.